The world can be a terrible place sometimes. War, poverty, no date on a Saturday night, dumbass decisions in Florida. Sometimes it's hard to be positive, to give so much love. But sometimes all it takes is one person to stand up and say, I am love. And I'm here to share it with you. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Introducing Captain Poet Love.
What are you doing?
I'm being heroic.
No, I get that, but... You?
I have what it takes to be a superhero.
Is that a Green Lantern mask?
What, you don't believe I could be in the Green Lantern Corps?
Why are you wearing Superman's S?
Look, I'm not Superman, but this was the best I could do.
Are those...
Yes, they're Simpsons boxer shorts.
Is that one of your mom's aprons as a cape?
Listen, we all can't be kick-ass, buy a scuba suit online, and make it into a costume. Some of us are poor.
Okay. I just don't understand you.
I've read enough comic books.
Fair enough. But do you have what it takes to be awesome?
You mean awesome?
Yes, awesome.
Well, what do you expect me to do about that?
Here. This might help you.
In Search of Midnight, the Mike McGee Handbook of Awesome. Alright, fine. I'll give this a read.
Are amazing. $50 extra in your bank account. Amazing. A campfire smoke. Amazing. Mosh pit. Amazing. Slow dancing with someone you love. Amazing. These poets are simply amazing.
Greetings, citizens of the YouTube. During the day, I am mild-mannered cashier / poet Joe Atticus Inch. But right now, I come out to you... Shut up. I come out to you as Captain Poet Love. Talk about today someone just as mighty as myself. I, of course, talking about the one, Mighty Mike McGee. A little background on Mike McGee. Mike McGee comes from the San Jose area. He started in performing stand-up comedy and poetry in 1998. In 2003, he became the individual grand champion at the National Poetry Slam, and in 2006 took the title at the individual World Poetry Slam, becoming the first poet to win both titles. He's one of the first Americans to perform at the Université La Sorbonne in Paris, France, so you know he's traveled around the world. He's also part of the touring company Tons of Fun University with fellow mentioned C.R. Avery and Shane Koisen. And most importantly, he is a published author of this magnificent book, In Search of Midnight. the Mike McGee and Book of Awesome. Now, my relationship to Mike McGee. I met Mike once, very far back when I was starting out in poetry, like I've mentioned before, a lot of these people. It was a New Year's Eve show at the defunct now Black Pearl Poetry in Columbus, and it was a double bill. It was Mike and it was Robbie Q. Tefler. The night was fucking hysterical, and that's what I came off of Mike McGee. He is hysterical, spiritual man, artist boy, soul food, which you can't read soul food. I dare someone to try to read soul food and not try to read it trying to do a Sean Connery accent. It is an hysterical piece about Mike McGee having an eating contest with the devil, who sounds like Sean Connery. But there's more to Mike's work. There is a lot more. I find myself leaning more towards a lot more of the serious work of Mike McGee. Works like Dirty Dimes. I wrote myself a love letter yesterday. Even stuff where he can blend it well, like Me and My Big Fat Mouth. It's a story that I think a lot of people have truly related to. They have an experience like that, and that's what I like. And even though I only met Mike McGee the one time, and I've only seen him the one time, I would love to see him perform again. When he talks about his being born with spina bifida, at least I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm not, my one weakness, certain pronunciation of words. He knows how to lighten up a room, he knows to empower a room, and there's reason he's called Mighty Mike McGee. It's just, he was a great guy too. I mean, even the small times, the small time he talked, he was very appreciative of what I read, even though I really don't remember what I read because it was an open bar. And he was just a cool guy. And, and if you read the work, if you have to start out with anything with Mike McGee, my personal favorite is definitely one of my favorite poems, A Letter to Neil Armstrong. It is a beautiful love poem about asking someone, about appreciating someone that you wouldn't go to the moon because that'd be too far from them. It's a wonderful piece. I just love that piece. So you can visit Mike McGee's website, which will be in the credits like always. I suggest you buy if you want to learn to be awesome like me or Mike McGee. In Search of Midnight, the Mike McGee Handbook of Awesomeness. You can get this. And that's really all I can say. So, time to use my superpowers here. Pick out next name. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. For next week's Poet Love episode. Going local again. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go back to being mild-mannered Atticus Joe Atticus Inch, reminding you to keep your pens moving, live long and prosper. I will see you next week on Poet Love.